award-winning food entrepreneur. I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pies. Well, I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and translator. Last chef, I was the chef at casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists. Teen Time Emmy Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to a beautiful Sunday morning out there. And a beautiful morning for the Sip and Chew Show with Mike and Stu. And welcome. Glad you're listening in today. And
to our premiere episode of the 2026 year.
That's right. That's right.
So, Mike had gout of the eyeball last week.
I had an eye infection. I just could not see myself coming in last week.
Yeah, you couldn't see anything.
So I couldn't see anything out of my left eye. But I tell you, people don't realize, and all my life I've had a problem with getting trash or eyelashes or whatever stuck in my eye and just irritate the heck out of me. But I had some trash blow up my eye last week or so, 10 days ago, and it got infected. And
that's what you get for hanging out with trash.
Well, it was in downtown Foley.
Well,
and those big tractor all vehicles,
snowbird trash
going down 59 just blow some trash up when you're.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to park somewhere else, not park there on 59. They got a lot of parking there on 59.
Just keep your sunglasses on.
Well, I did have them on. It just blew up under them.
Get you some safety goggles.
There you go.
Right there, look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
There you go.
Or J.D. Blair, the drone.
That's what you were doing?
Huh?
What are you doing in Foley? Going to Lambert's?
No, on one of my accounts. And there's one of my accounts, and there's a lot of parking on 59 there in downtown that you can just pull right up to the front door, and there's a lot of parking really in front of the park. And I always get a great parking spot right in front of my customer. And as I was getting out, tractor trailer rig passed by, several of them in cars. Not to blame it on the tractor trailer rig, just throws a lot of dust and stuff up in there, and so it threw something up in my eye. And then it turned into infection.
Perhaps the city of Foley. Perhaps the city of Foley should
sweep the streets.
Contract some street sweepers. Sims does. They have the city of Mobile come out and sweep the streets.
I don't know what as much traffic they get over there. I don't think it.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I mean, this was at 4 in the afternoon, 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you send the street sweepers out in the middle of the night.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
but still, there'll be more trash out there in no time.
Yeah,
and
well, it's not like anything's open down there past 9 o'clock except during the summer. I remember I went to a SEC, some kind of SEC event in Gulf Shores. Nothing in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach was open past 9 o'clock because it wasn't tourist season.
How many decades ago was that?
Since we've been doing this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I came in the next day and said, "Hey, you're never going to grow past what you are as long as everything in town closes at 9 o'clock."
Well, there are places I've been there.
I got them now.
They're out past.
There was one bar. There was one bar that was open, so naturally it was packed.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Piggly Wiggly and got something I could microwave. Went back to the hotel room.
Yeah, but anyway, that's when I got in the wine business almost 40 years ago. They would roll the streets up in Gulf Shores, especially after Shrimp Festival. It seemed like they were like rolling streets up, taking the signal lights down, and now it's hard to call. There's so many restaurants and bars down there. It's hard to call on all of them.
Yeah.
And to see all of them, you need a couple salespeople down there.
Mm-hmm.
And I see food trucks all the time, just rolling down there, everywhere. And I remember there was probably only 8 to 11 bars and restaurants total down there at one time, and now there's that many on one street, one block.
As long as there's a change, a few open past 9 o'clock, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but well, I mean, like the what's that one's been down there forever, known for their hamburgers, shaped like a barrel.
No clue.
Anyway, it's
Sounds like a place you call the Keg, though.
keg, yeah. It's
I don't know what the name is, but that'd be a good
keg.
Okay.
It's 24 hours for the longest time. And known for their hamburgers. And there's so many other places down there now. Now, probably food. No, you're not going to get a lot of food after a certain time, but you'll get a drink just about everywhere.
Yeah, well,
Let's go to the bar.
I want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I want to eat because I was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need food to survive. You don't
Well, they
need a
had-
drink
well,
to survive.
They had a Waffle House back then.
Yeah, I was hoping to try something local.
Yeah.
Something that, there were, sure, there were McDonald's and Sonics open,
Mm-hmm.
but, I didn't want that. I
Yeah.
didn't drive to Gulf Shores to eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, though. Drive clear across the country,
Well,
get to a place known for great seafood, and they get nuggets, chicken nuggets at every meal.
I love those posts on Facebook. Somebody says, we're coming to the Gulf. No, we're coming to the ocean. And
Really?
where's a good place for seafood? You can fall in someone's parking lot and get good seafood down there.
What you need to do is ask people which are the fake seafood places,
There's that.
because there are a number of them that
Just
don't
make
serve
sure
a bit of Gulf seafood.
if you're in the sound of our voice or our signal, and you're going to anywhere along the Gulf Coast, whether it be the Florida or Louisiana,
Mississippi.
call ahead of time. If somebody does make recommendations for you, call that restaurant and see if they use shrimp and seafood out of the Gulf,
From America.
from the
Wild
Gulf, our
America.
Gulf,
Yeah.
and not
Well, we don't have salmon in the Gulf.
right.
So if they have salmon, did you get it farm raised from Chile, which is, one of the most carcinogenic foods on the planet? Or did you get it wild caught from Alaska, where it's one of the healthiest foods on the
Right.
planet? Where it comes from is important.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 180 between the worst thing you can eat and one of the best things you can eat based off of where it comes from.
Yeah. And I do not understand. I do not understand seafood restaurant anywhere in the South that doesn't carry real catfish.
Right.
I went
if you
to-
want an inexpensive fish on your menu,
Mhm.
catfish,
Wait,
not sway, catfish.
But you're saying Gulf, but you're talking to river fish.
Well, I'm saying
It's all
just
connected, man.
where
does that river end up?
Yeah.
But
But local. Local. Yeah, local.
you don't want to eat. You don't want to
a
eat.
different environment in the Gulf as opposed to
You
in a
don't-
river.
You don't want to eat a saltwater catfish.
No. Oh, they're fine. The texture's mushy.
Yeah. Whitewater. Out of the river, out of a farm, a catfish farm out of Mississippi or so. It's
I'm just saying.
Crawfish is native to the Gulf Coast, but they don't live in salt water.
The Gulf and a river.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's why they.
And I tell people all the time, I say, well, that's not seafood.
Yeah.
But if you're going to carry catfish,
Yeah.
if you're going to carry fish, either it needs to be snapper or
Whatever comes out of the Gulf
redfish
or catfish.
or catfish, not sway, not
Because-
sway.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
not
you are a
tilapia.
seafood restaurant, now I understand places that sell other types of food, a variety like pizza and whatever, and they have fish on their fried fish on their menu. Okay, if you want to carry sway, that's great. But do not, if you're a seafood restaurant, do not
Have shway
have sway.
or tilapia. And by the way, neither shway nor tilapia are saltwater fish. They're freshwater fish. They're
Mhm.
river fish, just like catfish.
That's what I understood him to say.
Yeah.
To me,
Mhm.
what Mike was saying was, if you're going to have a Gulf restaurant here, offer Gulf food,
Yeah.
well, why aren't you having catfish? I'm going, what? That was what I heard. So,
Well, Gulf is related to the South, and the South is
Also, catfish is universal. A lot of people will look at a menu and go, well, I don't know if I like red snapper or grouper. Well, if you like fish, you like red snapper and grouper. But a lot of people, yeah,
saying it's all like chicken?
all white flesh fish tastes fairly similar.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is the oil content. Like cobia doesn't have enough oil in it for you to fry it. It gets really dry, but it's terrific.
The fishy taste.
the Gulf.
It being on water. 251-343-0104 when we come back. Is that the right number or 106?
Oh, 106.
Yeah, y'all just hit us up on email. We're gonna drink beer when we come back.
I love that thing. Like scallops. Oh God, scallops got such a strong, salty smell and seafood smell to it. But when you eat it, it doesn't. We're not serving yet. Bar's not open yet.
No, I want to crack it open on mic. Yeah,
He's been shaking it all the way here.
yeah. We'll let you open it. Get back in your still cave.
What I was trying to get at, and what it sounded like, you were supporting having catfish on the menu in a Gulf restaurant, and I'm going,
Seafood,
for really?
I would like to see most barbecue places
I
have.
was trying to.
Well, like,
confuse it.
like I see crawfish under seafood. The seafood part of them, I mean, what's not seafood?
Yeah, you're right.
Fish is not seafood, but it's fish, and it's in the
Seafood is water, man. The Great Lakes are not, yeah,
I know what you're saying.
the Great Lakes are not lakes, they're seas. They're inland seas. We call them lakes, but they're not. Sea does not mean salt water.
Well, see, I relate seafood to salt water.
That's what most people think.
Yeah, well, they're wrong.
Subterranean.
Change that reception. Good luck.
Yeah.
If they were getting a big echo sound,
You turned your mic off.
I have turned it off. We turned it off on the, I guess that's right.
Yeah,
You know, snow crab.
Turned it off on both things.
That's a big thing.
we turned it off on everything.
See how that works.
That's 1-800.
I want to go next season when it's scallop season. I want to go my license and go there and dive with scallop.
Snorkel.
Snorkel.
Well, most people.
We can gotta dive down.
You mean the actual act of diving, not scuba diving?
Okay. Just actual snorkeling. A bunch of people in Mobile did that this past season.
I don't even know what river that is. Appalachia, I
It's in the
think.
Gulf.
It's
Right there,
well,
it's curved.
yeah, Big Bend,
Appalachia
but it's where a river.
Resources.
They're not diving in the Gulf. They're diving in a river that empties into a Gulf, right where it empties into it.
How come it happens there and don't happen over here?
It's a totally different climate than they do. Keep- Well, one thing, they're a day east of us, so they get weather a day later than we do. But that's Florida. It's not. It's a sandbar. There's no dirt over there, so all their water is different.
It's clear.
It's warmer too.
Yeah.
It's about 100 miles further south from you. Let's still got to do some radio, Michael.
Okay. Might as well.
Well, as many people do at the beginning of the new year, lots of people, they're going to change their life by not eating or they're going to
Mhm.
exercise. Some people avoid alcohol.
Who?
I don't know, but it has really given birth to a dearth of non-alcoholic beers and wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you have traveled through. One of the things that happens with alcohol consumption as you get older, especially people that drink excessively, is that every time you drink more than 1 or 2 beers or drinks in a night, you're severely damaging your pancreas because it has to process all of that alcohol. And it produces a juice, the pancreas does, that helps us digest. Alcohol turns that juice into a goo. And then when we get older, over 50, over 60, the pancreas starts getting to where it can't process it anymore. And that goo now turns into a paste. And a lot of people will experience a lot of discomfort from it. That's your pancreas screaming. If you drink a couple of beers and it hurts, you need to ease off. Your pancreas is on the verge of kicking the bucket. So you need to ease off of it. So the non-alcoholic brews and wines are a good way for people to still get the enjoyment they like. You've experimented a great deal with them.
Last year I did a lot
Yeah.
of experimenting with NA beverages. I tried some NA wines from
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Just didn't.
Just didn't
They were
hit,
just
right?
juice. They were just juice.
Yeah.
They didn't not have a real wine taste to them.
But beer, they've had more
Oh
success.
my God, the beer is phenomenal what they've done.
Because O'Doul's has been decent, and that's been around for
That's
a
been
while.
around forever. That's like a kickoff of Killian's
Mhm.
from Guinness,
Yeah.
and which
Right.
I guess Guinness decided, hey, we need to.
Well, Killian's was an Irish red. It
I
wasn't.
know, but they
did an NA.
They took like a NA. They took like the Bass Ale
Mm.
recipe, and because it was same color, same
Yeah.
taste, and they gave it Irish name because Guinness was. I mean, it was owned by an Irish company, Guinness, which Guinness.
I always
owns a lot
loved
of
Killian's Irish red.
Mhm.
I always thought that was good.
That's a domestic, actually.
Right,
And,
but in an Irish style,
mhm.
just like the old Michael Shea's beer that we used to be able to get here
Yeah.
was delicious. Done in an Irish style, but it
The
was
good thing about a lot of those breweries up in upstate New York, they did a lot of that Irish style
yeah.
brewing up there.
And we're going to try an Irish style today. Guinness makes a stout that is zero
And I
alcohol.
love stout.
Yeah, Guinness Zero. I love stout too. So we're going to crack one open today.
And it was Fairhope Brewing Company that got me started drinking Guinness because I loved their stout, and then I just kind of grew from there. And I used to sell Guinness
Yeah.
stout, and I didn't like the taste of it.
That's because they send the bad batches to America. My brother was at the Dublin brewery in Ireland, and he tasted and goes, "This is so much better." And they said, "It's because we send the bad stuff to America." And I watched a show recently where a guy said, "I've always heard that Guinness from Ireland tastes different than the Guinness in America."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "So I was in UK recently, got a Guinness over there and brought it back here." And they're right next to each other. He cracks them open. The one from Ireland has such a beautiful head on the top of it. And he goes, they taste like two totally different beers.
Well, even the can, when you get the canned Guinness, and when they pour it on tap at the
And it
bars,
depends on which can you get.
and they pour a beautiful Guinness at Callahan's, believe it or not.
Right.
You watch it cascade. It just looks like a waterfall in the glass.
Yeah. And we're gonna, and
and
this one's supposed to do it too. So watch it.
yeah, that's
And that
from the
calls from the nitrogen.
nitrogen in it.
Yeah.
But a lot of Guinness now is made in Jamaica because they own Red Stripe, and they make a Red Stripe had a beer, and they probably still do, called Dragon Stout.
Mm-hmm.
So Guinness said, we can get them to start making our beer there. So they just bought the place.
Right.
And now they make Guinness in Jamaica for American consumption.
If you want to see this, you can watch.
And I don't mean United States consumption. I mean like America, Central America, South America, all that.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Steve. What was that?
I was just saying, as he's pouring, if you want to check out the head, as it were, you can go to facebook.com to sip and chew and
Or YouTube.
watch it live or YouTube. Yeah.
This is mine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that one.
I love the color.
Yeah. The color looks right. It's a good head on top.
Mm.
What's your aroma like? You want to push that over so that Steve can take us? Yeah, Phil, you can come get yours.
Come on, Phil. The bar's open.
Yeah.
For me,
Yep.
Everybody just saw Phil enter the room.
everybody was on.
And what you think of the aroma there, sir? This is all this tasting stuff is about you. That's what you do. And he's going to be out of commission here because he's busy.
I smell all the hops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the hops, barley are there.
Now, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people do know. A lot of people drink this at room temperature. They drink Guinness at room temperature.
Yeah.
And it has a strong caffeine.
It doesn't have the carbonation to it on it.
Yeah, it does seem to have a carbonation.
Guinness should be served at 50 degrees.
Yeah.
That is the optimum temperature for stouts.
But when Patty O'Toole's was across the street,
Mm-hmm.
the sisters and the fathers would come there, and they have to keep it at room temperature for them.
Right.
And they'd keep bottles behind the bar for them, and they would sit there and drink it at room temperature. And it has a strong coffee taste.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say,
Yeah. Stouts are known for their coffee notes and their dark chocolate notes.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't check the Jack Shackle. I did take.
Yeah, this one leans more to the coffee.
When I started drinking
Mocha.
Fairhope,
Well, no, not mocha.
No, the mocha is chocolate coffee. Yeah.
when I started drinking Fairhope Brewery's,
Judge Roy Bean.
George Bean,
Mhm.
oh, it's wow, I love this. And it really got me started on stouts. And like I said, I tried to drink it when I was selling Guinness, did not like it. Now I drink Guinness when I go out.
Yeah, I've loved Guinness since I was a teenager. My dad discovered it at Riverview Plaza, had it down in the shop in the bottom. My parents were staying there for their anniversary. So I came down, did dinner with them. My dad and I cracked into that. And he goes, just keep the other bed.
What's the difference between draft and drought? Or is
It's the same word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is spelled drought. It's pronounced draft. Because you're dealing with probably a little bit of actual Saxon, Anglo-Saxon language, Saxon,
Mhm.
and Gaelic influences on that.
And, you know, in
Where
England,
vowels have totally different.
Right.
in England, they don't pour you a draft, they pour you a draft.
Yeah, because you pull the handle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And a lot of theirs are served at their stouts and the beers are served at room temperature.
They don't drink a lot of stout in England. They're scared of it. Oh, seriously.
Why?
It's too strong a flavor for me.
But they drink plenty in Ireland, I'm sure.
You're familiar with the black and tan.
Mm-hmm.
That is what the English soldiers, when they came and occupied Ireland, that's what they would have to do to be able to drink the local beer.
Mm-hmm.
They would mix it half and half with a lighter beer because the stout was
And
overpowering.
that's where they use spoon so the stout will lay on top of the harp, usually on top of it.
Yeah.
To keep it separate.
Yeah, harp is I think it's a lager that Guinness makes, but it may be a pilsner. It's in that style.
I forget. I used to sell it to, and I forget what it was.
And it's a good beer. Harp is a good beer, a very good beer.
Newcastle's probably my favorite European beer.
That's a English beer, I do believe, isn't it? Or is it? I think it's English. And it's a darker, but not really a stout.
It's so amber.
More like a Modelo Negro.
It's
which is
red. It's got a dark
Mexican.
red color similar to the Killian, the ones you were talking
Yeah,
about.
the red ales.
Yeah, and they're so creamy. But, oh man, as I get older, these beers are just
Yeah.
they get
So,
to me.
this
Not
is a little
alcohol wise,
thin.
but it
Yeah.
does. You know,
Right.
biologically, it just gets to my innards.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're talking about, your pancreas is taxed. And especially if you're borderline diabetic,
Well, a lot of
that
people-
means your pancreas is
A
already
lot
in
of people
bad shape.
too, with their kidneys and their liver, they get alcohol nephropathy, and when I've had it,
Is that the one with the shot of caramel and then they put some chocolate shavings on it at Starbucks?
when I've had issues with it, it's my legs tingle like from my knees down. It's just irritating all night long in bed, and you can't sleep.
Like the
So you
irritable
just have
leg
to-
thingy. Yeah.
And I
Whatever.
found that
restless
hard
leg
liquors
syndrome.
do that more. So when I do wine, it doesn't bother me, and I just watch my intake now. I just slow down a lot.
What? Taste wise, we only got a few seconds left. We got to get to Danny in the next segment. How are you with the flavor of this?
I'm okay with the flavor, and I think the alcohol gives it some of its flavor too.
Yeah. Well, naturally, it doesn't feel as thick or creamy
And no, you're
as
right
it
about
normally
that.
does.
You're right about
There's not as much carbonation, but it's still good.
that. Mm-hmm.
And this is honestly closer to what beer was like 100 years ago before we forced
Still,
carbonation.
I still got tons of calories in it.
Yeah. And plenty of flavor though. All I was concerned with is the non-alcoholic part. I mean, and maybe you can find a non-alcoholic light beer.
It's not as stout.
Right. It's
It's
not
a-
as stout as
Yeah.
a stout.
Well, folks, you can give us a call after Danny at 251-343-0106.
That's the number.
Salute.
Sláinte. Sláinte Mahal.
Plastic. Cheap plastic glass.
Yeah. I got them from this crazy paper place.
We went to yesterday. We're trying to
How are you?
find Bach, a buddy, and we went to rescue.
Here you go. And Happy New Year to you.
We were great.
First
They used to
opportunity
be
to say this.
brew hops or so.
Yeah.
over there by Icebox, and
There you go.
I
There
still
you
wish
go.
they sell beer.
Well, hang on a second. We'll get you on.
Anyway, they got all the local brands there, and I had to
Monday?
I had a Judge Roy bean there yesterday. It was so good.
That's what I used to do the short ribs in at Bellicero. Was the Judge Roy Bean coffee stout with a little bit of Cavalier cold brew concentrate in it. We called them Judgment Day ribs. It's so good.
Why don't you come and judge?
Yeah, because of Judge Roy Beans. And you're getting married.
Yeah, that's right.
Judgment Day.
Right, what's that?
We did that Harry Potter themed wedding. That was such a struggle with that dingbat. Because I sat down with the bride and she specifically said, I want it to look like a medieval feast, but I don't want to see the head of any animal on the table. Because the medieval feast is the whole animal. And I said, that's not a problem. We just do regular roast. Specifically requested no animal heads, and out of nowhere, the dingbat that runs the place shows up and goes, I got this pig head. I thought that'd look great. She specifically said, no animal head.
What is?
I'm trying to get over that dog. So they're cracking my throat.
We get smell the berry juice from the grocery store or from a drugstore. Yeah. GNC's open, they'll have it. Sims Pharmacy sells it.
Dollars. That's
Who?
I don't think so. I used to get you guys when they were next to Sabai.
What you got?
Coffee came with it.
They've been playing it for 3 weeks. Just before going up, it's something.
Kentucky.
And then go into Kentucky first night.
Never have to wait for help. Now
The great daughter-in-law and her son and my son there.
The great hunting ground. That's what Kentucky, I think, meant. It's the great. No natives lived in what is now Kentucky. They lived around it, and they just went there to hunt. It was left as a hunting ground from the different tribes.
Like I said, well, there's lots of reasons for that. Yes, the caves were thought as underground dwelling.
Right.
The natives, they thought it.
Lizard people. Steve, we didn't get your words on what you thought of the Guinness Stout Zero.
Coffee taste is smooth,
Mm-hmm.
non-alcoholic, I'm a non-drinker.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 22 years, 21 years. So, I had the O'Doul's. I like this better than the O'Doul's.
Yeah.
Much better. It's a smoother, it's not sharp.
I'll try to, we'll try one a week or maybe a couple of weeks.
That's the plan. The next couple of weeks, just try something.
Try some domestic.
Mike says that Budweiser makes a really good non-alcoholic.
I really do.
We're doing, there was the Black and Tan years ago.
Yeah.
I went to New Orleans. I loved the mix of that. I don't know what at that time,
Yeah. Although I realize that it is considered an insult to an Irishman to do a black and tan, they are good.
It's an insult to say it's the second best beer too, but there you go.
Is Danny online with us?
Danny Calametti.
Speaking of insults, hey, Danny.
That one out. I will tell you that at our friendly Sons of St. Patrick meeting, we've been known to have a cold harp as well as that other beer you guys are talking about, that Guinness. We've had a couple of cold,
Yeah.
and maybe a Jameson as well, but that's not really a beer. But anyway,
James.
Oh, that Jameson Black Barrel is some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so anyway, how you guys doing? Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, well, mine has started out ripping and roaring, guys. We got stuff going on. So.
We got trouble brewing.
Oh, well, depends on if you like to compete in food competitions. We got a
There was a time.
First one up is the 14th annual Tailgate Chef Challenge down at Orange Beach. So Joe Coe has been doing this for a number of years, and we've had the pleasure of working with him on the judging. And it's it's a chef's challenge. He's got, the cool thing, it's for a World Food Championship ticket, but it's limited to only 14 teams. So these competitors, easily half the competitors are previous golden ticket winners, and the other half are wannabe golden ticket winners. So the competition is really, really sharp. And so they'll turn in something that then, tailgate food, something that has to be cooked outside.
Mhm.
We've got a full boat there, but then they also have samplings for the public. And Joe's really, he's focused, what he does is it's a fundraiser for a specific individual that's dealing with cancer.
Mhm.
So this particular event is going to benefit a lady that's got stage 4 breast cancer. So she's dealing with all the health issues and medical bills and all that kind of stuff. But it's for a good cause. As I said, the teams are full, but it's open to the public. There's music and it's a $20 ticket to get in and get your samples. There's a ton of door prizes are going to be raffled off. There's going to be some blind auction items, silent auction items, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. It starts at noon. At the lady that's got stage 4 breast. That too.
Yeah.
And the Undertow is over on Canal Road in Orange Beach. So if you're over that way, or if you want to drive over for the day, weather's supposed to be good. Last year we were dealing with freezing temperatures and rain, but this year we're in good shape as far as that goes. So it's a great time, lots of fun. The Undertow's pretty cool little joint over there, and like I say, music, and it's just a great time. And they've been doing it for a number of years. And then, well, that's on the plate. The other thing I've mentioned before, but we're officially kicking it off, and it's going to be a fun event. We're working with the Panini Senior Bowl and this other guy named Panini Pete.
Yeah, familiar with him.
Yeah, so
He's a household name.
Especially at his house.
something. Yeah. So we're doing a Panini Senior Bowl Cook-Off Challenge, and it'll be downtown Mobile, Dolphin Street at Bienville Square on Tuesday the 27th. So it'll be 6 to 8 o'clock. It'll be free admission to the public, but we need teams to compete. We only got 20 slots available. You get a nice prize package, including VIP tickets to the Senior Bowl. Winner's going to get announced on stage. The winner gets a championship belt. It's going to be one of those cool.
Ooh. Ooh. If you pay for it, Mike, I'll do it. I'll win you that belt, Mike.
So yeah, so it's a Panini Championship. That's where they have some celebrity judges working on it. We're gonna have celebrity judges, but they'll judge it rightly. It won't be a popularity contest. So we'll work on
blind judging
for the judges.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll work on that part of it. But and from the public tasting side of it, it's 150, 200 samples, so it's quarter panini. So it's not a big ask. We're working with our friends over at Greer's. They're going to actually provide us with some gift certificates so people can go out and shop for their. We're going to do this a week ahead of time so people can shop for their testing supplies because everybody's going to do a practice round. And so the folks at Greer's are going to work with us and provide some gift certificates, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. And it'll be downtown Mobile, Tuesday of Senior Bowl, the first annual, and we're looking for some teams to compete. $150 entry fee, and you get the 2 Senior Bowl tickets and 2 VIP experience tickets. So
Nice.
it's going to be a cool event.
Wow.
Mike wants that belt.
Yeah.
He has always wanted a belt like that. So I told him I'll cook it if he buys it.
The Panini folks going to be there. They're going to be get you a sports card with your name on picture on it and all that type of stuff. So
That's cool.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, and it's the first annual. So we're trying to work through it. It's just we got some good sponsors and of course Pete and the gang is gonna do his part of it. The Senior Bowl folks are all on board. They're doing their part of it. We got some good folks. The folks in Rock and Roll Off going to be there helping us with
Love those
we
people.
want to have for a contest. With our portalettes and our trash containers and all that kind of
Love
stuff.
those
Great
folks.
job. Ron does a great job.
He does indeed.
With all that type of stuff. So, it's just going to be a fun time, and Alabama Coasting's proud to play a little small role in that. So we got a few things going on.
Oh,
So anyway,
Picking up the new year with a bang.
Yeah.
well, I will also tell you that the other thing we got going on with Pete is Pete's our home base for the Mobile Bay Parrot Head, and so Parrot Head Club. So we're having our January meeting on Wednesday night over at Waterfront. It's a general membership meeting at 6 o'clock. We do a little bit of a social at 6 o'clock, and then we've got a little business to take care of starting at 6:30. So it's open to the public. You don't have to be a member to come. We hope you look at joining and helping us foster this Parrot Head ideology that we seem to like. We're going to be involved in the Son of the Sailor Festival. Excuse me.
That time of year, buddy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know that. So we got some stuff to do there. I will tell you that we're now organized. We're starting to collect dues, and dues are all of $25 a year.
oh Lord.
It's an extravagant price to pay to play, but we're expecting a lot of fun things out of the club. So everybody's welcome to come over. And the Waterfront's such a great place, and that's one of Pete's places, and they do a great job hosting us, and they got some nice food over there. It's happy hour when we're over there, so that's all good. And we got a few things working. January's going to be a busy month, and then we get into Mardi Gras.
Well, Danny, let me throw a little idea at you, buddy, with your Parrot Head thing.
Sure.
I used to be involved with the Mobile Scottish Society for a number of years, and they do one new recruit drive a year where it was a Scotch tasting. So you came in, you paid the annual dues, you did the Scotch tasting. If you like it, you kept coming. But if not, you still got to try about 40 different Scotches for $15. Maybe you do a rum tasting for your Parrot Head and use that as a member drive.
All right. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
The sound of that.
Those who survive, get in.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Glad I got in early. I don't like rum.
Oh, I love rum. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
rum is good.
We'll make sure all these events get on the Facebook page and also on your podcast here at 106.5.
Right. I'll do that. And so Mobile Bay Parrot Head has its own page, but any Pete has it. They're putting their stuff out there. Senior Bowl will have stuff on this, and of course Alabama Coasting will have information on all these things as well. So we're excited to be a part of it. Appreciate you guys giving me a chance to do a shout out.
Absolutely, man. This is what we're here for.
All right, guys.
All right. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year.
I'll see you Wednesday night.
Take care.
All right, Danny. Thank you, buddy. Danny Calametti.
Yeah. Always good to know what's going on in the area.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting a year. Just starting.
Well,
We're a month away.
I think I've only missed one Parrot Head meeting, and they're just a fun group of people. And there's a lot of fun and important stuff. Big things on the horizon about to happen too in Mobile.
What kind of
Parrot
music
Head.
y'all listen to?
Let me guess.
You can guess. I don't know. We have Mitch there and some musicians sometimes, and they'll play their tropical music and steel drum music, and it's always fun. And we eat. That's the important thing, is to eat and socialize and get to know one another. And I think Danny's vice president is I graduated his father, so it's a father, a parent and child thing too involved, and anybody can get in it.
You know what they call it? Parent and child things? Family.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun, and it doesn't hurt having it at one of Pete's locations. See,
Yeah, not at all.
mm-hmm.
Waterfront's a great location too.
Well, we're gonna have our Friday night meet and greet for our 50th class reunion for Davison High School there on June 5th, and we're down at the end where we can watch the sunset,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're gonna have to, Mike.
I know, but it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah,
I know, but-
consider on the line too. We're going to take after the
Who?
break. Jarhead.
Oh,
okay,
He wants
excellent.
to talk the BEER word.
ah,
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do that in about 30, 40 seconds, but
What did he spell out, Mike? You know him from Sims.
Bear.
I'm trying to help.
Burr, y'all got bears? Y'all got bears up there?
Bruce.
Bears up south?
No, we sent him to Sarah Lynn.
So, yeah, folks, real seriously, if you're thinking about you'd like to be a member of Parrothead Group, come Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We're not going to judge you.
Yeah.
Too much.
Unless there's a contest.
If you drink non-alcoholic beer, you might.
251-243.
343.
343.
What is wrong with you?
Started to
How
get
many of these did you have before you got here today?
Guinness Zero.
And I've got it on. So,
His trigger mistriggered. Maybe it was Opus 415. Mike, Opus 415 was a contemporary composition by
Sure, but no matter the lines on life, but you don't grow old enough.
a composer wrote a 20th century piece, and it's just the pianist walks out and stares at their piano for 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Each audience member is allowed to have their own music in their head. But it's fun. It's 20th century.
That's kind of like the banana duct taped to the wall type people.
That's what we were slurping on earlier, y'all. Guinness Zero. It's got a zero right there. And right there. Zero.
Say for you, in the USA, and have a lifetime transferable warranty against a
That's good. A little lighter than a full stout, which kept it from being so thick at the end. Usually, at the time you finish a stout, you feel like, man, I could use a nap.
Well, I went home drinking that. Well, it was raining yesterday too. There was a really cute dog down there, and she's about 7 months old. She had one back leg, and if Becky hadn't been there, and I was just
How many
adopted
front ones?
two,
Okay.
but if she had, I swear, if I'd
Replaced in foster care and long.
it'd have been my choice, and Becky would say, "You pick out whichever one you want." I was going to go for her because she was sweet. She was so funny to watch because she was protect. She was like a little self-conscious of her leg. Only have one back. But I got a neighbor she rescued a dog that's got one back leg, and that dog walks and does everything like normal. No problem.
They still got one more leg than we do.
Huh?
So
Foster care. Rihanna and
I would have taken her.
now.
She was wanting to play, but she was
You can help.
kind of shy too. She come home with me yesterday.
don't get anything?
Join me, Coach Rick.
No, it's
For the top subtract.
we're looking still at Becky. We want a smaller one that's not gonna knock us down or break our hips in the backyard.
With coaches.
Don't think about those things till you get older.
Yeah. Well, you also have to keep in mind, especially for older people, how much energy they have because you got to walk.
Well, I got a Springer and he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
He get home, he like tears it up when he gets home.
All right. One last segment, buddy.
Well, all right, well, back.
We got another caller.
Yeah, I want to hear this. Let's see what Jarhead has.
Jarhead wants to talk about beer. I did not put that together. A Marine and beer. I would have never thought the two would have went together.
Never was put together. How are you, Jarhead?
Yeah, I come down and join you.
It is zero alcohol. We're trying the non-alcoholic beers.
Well, I mean, I drink Miller Lite. Everybody says, well, that's not real beer. That's like non-alcoholic beer, right?
Yeah, Jarhead was I can fix that Guinness just fine, man. Here, put this shot of Jameson in it. Fixed.
So anyway, what you got on your mind?
I mean, hey, I love to eat, and I'm considered pretty good cook from the people that have eaten my food. But now y'all are talking my language when you're talking beer.
There you go.
Well, beer is just liquid bread.
Mm-hmm.
when you think about it.
I mean, everybody says you need to hydrate. Well, drinking beer, that's hydrating, right? It's got water in it.
Yeah, actually, beer and rum do have good properties for that. That's why they were very common on the sailing ships that were out at sea for weeks and months at a time, because water would go bad after about 3 weeks in those barrels. But rum and beer kept, and then you actually could hydrate with them to a certain degree.
And medicinally too.
Mhm.
Well, I try to hydrate in there every day.
When I lived downtown, I did it whether I wanted to or not. It just happened.
Oh no, you wanted to. But yeah, you got a favorite style? I know you said Miller Lite, but do you have a style of beer that you're into, Jarhead? Nothing wrong with a good Pilsner.
Let me tell you what.
That's the excessive carbonation more than
Do
likely.
you ever go to the Pig on University Boulevard?
Piggly Wiggly.
No, but I go to the Pig in Fairland.
All right. I don't know if my nephew has just brought his beer into. He's out of Charleston, and he just brought his. He has a brewery called Munkle. Now he had an uncle that went off to become a monk, and then he came back, got out of it, and came back, and they started a brewery. And when he went to become a monk, they used to make fun of him. They called him Munkle.
Mm-hmm.
He's not our uncle. He's our Munkle.
Yeah.
So he came back and they started a brewery, called it Munkle. So now his beers are in Alabama. And I just the other night I had a Pilsner at the living room that's at the Lemoyne's Chop House at the Admiral downtown. And let me tell you what, that Pilsner was really good. And I enjoyed it. And I think I might change over Pilsners for a while and see how I like them.
Pilsners and lagers are both good.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big lager.
I'm just not an IPA fan. How about you, Jarhead? Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm a big import and I'm a craft beer because I like I like the stouts, of course,
Mhm.
and I like lagers. So a Red Stripe's one of my favorite lager beers,
Yeah.
and from Jamaica, Mon.
Yeah. And I like red ales myself. I like
Yeah.
brown and red ales. I'm
Mhm.
both
Me
fans. of.
too.
Like which Newcastle's a brown ale.
Yeah, one thing I just can't stomach is that Miller High Life, that Miller Lite. But I do love Miller High Life. I do drink a lot of Miller High Life.
Jarhead, I'll tell you a quick little story. I moved up to Nashville in the early 90s. Started hanging around with a bunch of artistic guys, one guy was from Switzerland, a couple of artists, musicians. So we were experimenting and trying really good beer. And there was a place across the street from where we worked called Strange Brew. That was a convenience store that sold over 250 different types of beer. So we're always trying it. And completely lost where I was going. Oh, no, I came home to visit, and my brother and I went out, and the best beer they had was Miller Lite. And so I got a Miller Lite and grabbed a salt shaker and put some salt in it to give it flavor. So
I tell you what, there's nothing better than to ice down a bunch of cold cans of beer and throw some salt on top of that ice, man.
Give them yeah.
oh, nice. Yeah.
Give it a little salt taste on the top. But I did have a little thing that I heard the other day. Steve was talking about the new Chick-fil-A in the down where the candy store used to be.
Yep.
I heard that they're coming out with some wings now, but they're not tall. They're going to be naked.
Lord.
Well,
How many Miller Lights do you have this morning?
it's actually 2 words. There's naked and naked. Naked means no clothes on. Naked means no clothes on and up to something.
Okay, so how quick that went.
Hey, Jarhead.
Saturday is my birthday, so when I call it Sunday, I might still be having some cold Miller Lite.
We saw him.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, you have a
Happy
good
birthday.
birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Provolone.
Yes, sir. Provolone, buddy.
And Mike, we lost a couple of dignitaries in the world, culturally,
Mhm.
yesterday. One of them is Bob Weir
Yeah.
of the Grateful Dead. He's the only member of the Grateful Dead I was a fan of. Wasn't a fan of his until I saw him perform at the Sanger Theater a few years ago. Was blown away.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah.
It was an incredible show. And the other one is Eric von Donigan, who is an author who was famous in the 60s for writing a book called Chariot of the Gods, which began the entire ancient alien thought process.
Yeah. But
he passed away yesterday too.
Wow.
And we should have a Guinness Zero non-alcoholic beer in their honor. Pour one out for them. But I have never been a big Grateful Dead fan. Still am not a big Grateful Dead fan. But Bob Weir's show, he walked out on stage by himself with an acoustic guitar, said two things in half an hour, and just blew the place away. Having performed before, knowing the energy, what it takes to walk out on the stage by yourself with nothing but your vocals and an acoustic guitar in front of a crowd for 30 solid minutes is impressive. And then he had his band come out and join.
I enjoyed that part though. Those are the, I like them unplugged.
Yeah,
like
it was on. And the only thing he said in that 30-minute set was right before, I think it was Ripple that he played. He goes, I think you might recognize this one. That's the only thing he said the first 30 minutes. He just came out and started playing. It was a phenomenal show that turned me into a Bob Weir fan.
There was a long-standing tradition with musicians as I grew up that said very simply, don't speak, speak through your form.
Yeah.
And that was how they would do it. You know, whether you were a painter, whether you were an artist, drawer, whatever, sketch, or if you played piano, whatever instrument, you know, hi, I'm so-and-so, and into it. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, and then they let you judge them on what they can do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read an article of Victor Wooten, who's considered the last 10 or 15, 20 years to be the greatest bass player ever. From Nashville, part of the fabulous Wooten brothers that were big in the 70s, plays with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones now. But every Wednesday, the Wooten brothers would get together at a place called Third and Lindsay, and I used to go to this gig every Wednesday night, devoted. And they would jam, and they'd have different people sit in. And Victor was talking about sitting in with his brothers. He said, but Future Man, their other brother, couldn't play drums. J.D. Blair joined him, who's the drummer for Shania Twain. Great drummer. Said, Reggie's doing his guitar solo, he pulls out everything. Roy does his sax solo, pulls out everything. Joe does his keyboard solo, pulls out everything he's got. Victor goes, so it gets to me, the youngest, I got to pull out everything I got, right? He said, JD's drum solo was just him sitting there bobbing his head, never played the drums. Great.
And with that, folks,
Yep. Provolone. Thought there was another minute or two, or I wouldn't have gone into that one.